All right, here's one quick way of finding out what really matters to you in your life. Now, a lot of people think that the way that they make life decisions about where to move to, what kind of job to get, who to marry, etc., is based on like set of logical decisions. However, actually, we make a lot of our decisions based on our emotions. Now, in the word emotion is the word motion. Our emotions are a lot of the engine that drives us to do the things that we do. And so, one way that we can find out what really matters the most to us is through what's called a top 10 list. Now, I have this right here. Through our list of our top 10 best memories, as well as our list of top 10 worst memories, we can kind of use this as a table of contents to find out like what kinds of things our brains are really focused in on. So for example, the top 10 best list might be things like, the time where I had a lot of friends at a good community when I was in college, or the time that I became the valedictorian in my high school, etc. And like all my family showed up for me. So those are the memories that actually get color-coded with strong emotions. Now, it doesn't matter if they're positive emotions or negative emotions. The middle part of our brain, called the limbic or the mammal brain, is also what holds a lot of these significant memories. Now, significant memories then become the influencers in moving us to make decisions where we move towards things that bring about that positive emotions. For example, more sense of connection, freedom, excitement, etc., and or move away from our negative emotions. So things that make us feel trapped or feel alone, etc. So for yourself, if you can, on a sheet of paper, make a list of your top 10 best memories, a list of top 10 worst memories, and add the ages of when you were or how old you were when those things happened. Once you create this table of contents, then you could put this on a overall chart. Now, I call this the life timeline. It gives you a quick bird's eye view visual of, the best parts of your life and the hardest times of your life. So on this timeline, kind of broke it up into different decades. Now, on the top of this chart is where you put your best memories, and on the bottom is where you put your worst memories. Now, these little black boxes in the middle kind of indicate some neutral events of your life, those things, events that are important enough to kind of put as a marker, like moving to college or getting married or when your sibling was born, etc. So having all these things on a visual so that you can see it all in one go, you can start seeing some common themes come up. So some of the examples that I gave you, a lot of them are related to relationships or related to achievement, feeling supported or not supported. Now, a lot of these things, they may seem like distinct events in the past that don't have any connection to each other, but if you kind of look at it from that bird's eye perspective, you might notice that there are some patterns there that are still alive and kicking. Right now, how you conduct your life may be strongly influenced by a lot of the ways by which you live your life thus far. Again, our positive memories and the emotions that go with it tell us what really matters the most to us. So our emotions move us to making decisions to gain more of those things. And our negative memories, strongly charged with negative emotions, tell us what to do less of or what to avoid. And so here's a good way for you to get to know more of yourself and to know the values that you have, the things that really matter the most to you, so that as you make decisions in the present, you wouldn't be making them from a reactive space. You would be making them from a very intentional, proactive, deliberate space. I hope that you can bring in more wisdom as you make your decisions going forward so that you feel like you're more in self-control, not feeling out of control, not feeling controlled by others. So, hope this was helpful. If you want to have a quick worksheet and some instructions, check the link in the bottom in the comments, and I'll see you next time.